my dear sister and friend, Alicia Keys.
Tamika. Ladies and gentlemen, are we here? Are you ready to march? Say yeah! Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that is rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide, leaving behind nights of terror and fear. I rise into a daybreak that is wondrously clear. I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise. Now, I know you've been hearing a lot of talking, and we all have so much to say inside of us. I just want to thank you so much for your courage. Thank you so much for your womanliness. Thank you so much for your strength. Thank you so much. Let us continue to honor all that is beautiful about being feminine. We are mothers. We are caregivers. We are artists. We are activists. We are entrepreneurs, doctors, leaders of industry and technology. Our potential is unlimited. We rise. We rise. We will not allow our bodies to be owned and controlled by men in government or men anywhere for that matter. We will not allow our compassionate souls to get stepped on. We want the best for all Americans. No hate, no bigotry, no Muslim registry. We value education, healthcare, and equality. We will continue to rise until our voices are heard, until our planet's safety is not deferred, until our bombs stop dropping in other lands, until our dollar is the same dollar as a man's. And we continue to recognize that, yes, we can. Until everyone respects Mother Energy and everyone with a belly button must agree. So I need you to repeat after me. We are here. We are here. We're on fire. We're on fire. Living in a world. That's on fire. Feet on the ground. Feet on the ground. Not backing down. Not backing down. Feet on the ground. Feet on the ground. Not backing down. Not backing down. This girl is on fire.
You guys still fired up? You guys ready to march? All right, we almost there. Be patient, sisters and brothers. We are about to shut Washington, D.C. down. We have another very, very special guest. It is our honor to introduce Janelle Monáe. Hello, future. I'm so proud to stand here as a woman, an African-American woman. My grandmother was a sharecropper. She picked cotton in Aberdeen, Mississippi. My mother was a janitor, and I am a descendant of them, and I am here in their honor to help us move forward and fem the future. I just want to say, I want to remind you that it was woman that gave you Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It was woman that gave you Malcolm X. And according to the Bible, it was a woman that gave you Jesus. Don't you ever forget it. And we must remind them, those who are abusing their power. That is what I am here today to march against, the abuse of power. I want to say to the LGBTQ community, my fellow brothers and sisters, to immigrants, my fellow brothers and sisters, to women, continue to embrace the things that make you unique, even if it makes others uncomfortable. You are enough. And whenever you feel in doubt, whenever you want to give up, you must always remember to choose freedom over fear. I come here again as an American and as a woman, not as an artist. When I go home, I have the same concerns. When I see bullies trying to bully you, just know that I am upset about it, and it does not go unnoticed. The things that are happening from Washington to even other Americans abusing their power and abusing others will be hidden no more. Women will be hidden no more. We will not remain hidden figures. We have names. We're complete human beings, and they cannot police us, so get off our areolas. Get off our vaginas. Again, we birthed this nation, and we can unbirth a nation if we choose. We can stop completely if we choose. This is about unity, and I want to bring on stage some more American women and men saying beauty, Jadena, and the mothers of the movement. As I talk about the abuse of power, it's not just happening here in Washington. It has also happened on the ground in the police force. We have amazing cops. We have amazing Americans. But again, we are here to fight against the abuse of power and to unite and to remind us all that at the end of the day, we all pee the same color. And we must protect each other. We must protect one another. So this is a song music that we wrote, not for ourselves, but for you. Make some noise if you're going to continue to be out there on the front lines. This is a song that is a vessel, and this is a tool for you to take out as you march. This song is called Hell You Talking About. And we're talking about this right now because we must continue to exercise our voices. Some of us protest in silence, and some of us believe that silence is not an option, and music, our sound, is a weapon. No wrong way to do it. But this song is going to honor those who are victims due to the abuse of power. This is a chant, and for us to be one living, breathing organism, I need your help. Can I get you to sing with us? So it goes like this. It's a call and response. I'm going to use Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland, our sister Sandra Bland. So when I say, Sandra Bland, say her name. I'm going to say Sandra Bland, and you say, say her name. So one more time. Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland. Say her name. 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 Won't you say her name? Hell you talking about. 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 Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland. All right, that was a test. Band, drop it in.
Trayvon for his mother, Jordan Davis, Jordan Davis, Jordan Davis. Hell you talking about? Hell you talking about? Hell you talking about? Hell you
jump in on the name.
Hell you talking about?
All right, so we're going to improv this. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to jump back in. All right, we got the mothers right here. Say your baby's name. Jordan Davis. Here we go. We're going to say Jordan Davis. who gave birth to him. We are proud of you for standing up here with us today. I'm giving you the mic because this is not about me. So you go. Say, Jordan. Jordan Davis. No. No, we're going to do it right because this is a moment for history. We're going to have a moment together where we're listening and we are in tune. We are in tune, all right? 1, 2, 3. Jordan Davis.
Say a name.
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 Say a name. Say a name. Say a name. Say a name. Say a name. Say a name. Say a name. Won't you say a name? Yeah. We got another mother. Eric Gardner's mother. And we're going to give you the mic. This is not about me. This is about you. This is about your son. And this is about all of us fighting back against the abuse of power. So when this comes in, we want to be in tune with you on the 1, 2. Say his name. 1, 2, 3.
Eric Gardner. Say a name.
Eric Gardner.
Say a name.
Eric Gardner.
Say a name.
Eric Gardner.
Say a name.
Eric Gardner.
Say a name.
Eric Gardner.
Say a name.
Eric Gardner.
Say a name.
Eric Gardner.
Say a name.
This is the mother of
Mohammed Ba. Mohammed Ba was my son. In 2012, NYPD came and executed him. The execution and cover up. We need a justice for all. Mohammed Ba. Mohammed Ba.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 1.
Mohammed Ba.
Say a name.
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 The mother of Trayvon Martin, thank you for your words and thank you for everything. This is about you.
Trayvon Martin.
Say a name.
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 Dontre Hamilton's mother. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Dontre Hamilton.
Say a name.
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 We got one more. This is for my trans brothers and sisters. You are not forgotten. We will continue to fight with you, and injustice done to you and injustice done to anybody. Any of you is one done to me and should be one done to all of us. Here we go.
Maya Hall. Say a name.
Maya Hall. Maya Hall.
Say a name.
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 Deanna Mason.
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 Say a name.
Hell.
There you talk about.
That's what we talking about. Remember, we must protect each other, and we must continue to choose freedom over fear. We can't give up. We can't be scared.
There you talk about.
And we're going to keep talking about this. We are watching, as Alicia Keys said. We are here. We are watching. God bless you. God bless you.
for the Women's March on Washington. Thank you for coming. I have the distinct honor and pleasure of welcoming to the stage the incomparable Angela Davis.
So, at this very challenging moment in our history, let us remind ourselves that we, the hundreds of thousands, the millions of women, trans people, men and youth who are here at the Women's March, we represent the powerful forces of change that are determined to prevent the dying cultures of racism, heteropatriarchy from rising again. We recognize that we are collective agents of history and that history cannot be deleted like web pages. We know that we gather this afternoon on indigenous land. And we follow the lead of the first peoples who, despite massive genocidal violence, have never relinquished the struggle for land, water, culture, their people. We especially salute today the Standing Rock Sioux. The freedom struggles of Black people that have shaped the very nature of this country's history cannot be deleted with the sweep of a hand. We cannot be made to forget that Black lives do matter. This is a country anchored in slavery and settler colonialism, which means, for better or worse, the very history of the United States is a history of immigration and enslavement. Spreading xenophobia, hurling accusations of murder and rape, and building walls will not erase history. No human being is illegal. The struggle to save the planet, to stop climate change, to guarantee the accessibility of water from the lands of the Standing Rock Sioux to Flint, Michigan, to the West Bank and Gaza, the struggle to save our flora and fauna, to save the air, this is ground zero of the struggle for social justice. This is a women's march, and this Women's March represents the promise of feminism as against the pernicious powers of state violence. An inclusive and intersectional feminism. An inclusive and intersectional feminism that calls upon all of us to join the resistance to racism, to Islamophobia, to anti-Semitism, to misogyny, to capitalist exploitation. Yes, we salute the fight for 15. We dedicate ourselves to collective resistance. Resistance to the billionaire mortgage profiteers and gentrifiers. Resistance to the healthcare privateers. Resistance to the attacks on Muslims, on immigrants. resistance to the attacks on disabled people, resistance to state violence perpetrated by the police and through the prison industrial complex, resistance to institutional and intimate gender violence, especially against trans women of color. Women's rights are human rights all over the planet, and that is why we say freedom and justice for Palestine. We celebrate the impending release of Chelsea Manning and Oscar Lopez Rivera, but we also say free Leonard Peltier, free Mumia Abu Jamal, free Assata Shakur. Over the next months and years, we will be called upon to intensify our demands for social justice, to become more militant in our defense of vulnerable populations. Those who still defend the supremacy of white male heteropatriarchy had better watch out. The next 1,459 days of the Trump administration will be 1,459 days of resistance. Resistance on the ground, resistance in the classrooms, resistance on the job, resistance in our art and in our music. This is just the beginning. And in the words of the inimitable Ella Baker, we who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may have read a story that said that we are not marching. I am here to tell you we are marching. We are marching, and we are going to use Constitution Avenue. Please use the numbered streets to march to your north, which is this way. March to the north, get to Constitution Avenue, and turn left. Go to the Washington Monument. I got it. Go to the Washington Monument and turn to the right. You will see the ellipse, and then we can go home. We have people from here to the ellipse. We have already achieved our goals, but we are marching.
Don't take care of the elders and the kids.
Make sure you take care of the elders, the kids, and help your neighbors. We want this to be a safe march, but we still have speakers and we still have programs. It's going to take everyone in the back a little bit of time to prepare, so please take your time as we are preparing to march. Let us hear from the rest of our speakers.
Give it up for Raquel Willis.
All right, hi everyone. I know you are amped and ready to go. I promise I won't take too much of your time. And before I start, I want us to take a second and look around. Look at all of these people who are gathered here to take a stand.
My name is Melissa Mays, and I am from Flint, Michigan. And please don't forget about us, because we've not forgotten about you. So as you amazing women get out there and march, just know that Flint has been without clean water for 1,002 days today. We are poisoned, we are sick, we are pissed off, but we have not let that stop us. We have gone out the streets, in the courts, and we stand together. We stand with all of you, and as you're out there fighting for the rights that we all deserve, like clean water and clean air, just remember, don't forget about us, and we'll stand with you. Go out there, ladies. Have a great day.
Good afternoon. I'm Rabbi Sharon Brous. Sometimes it happens, maybe once in a generation, that a spirit of resistance is awakened at the intersection of love and faith and holy outrage. And in those moments, we are reminded what we're fighting for, what this country was built for, what our armed forces are willing to die for, what our flag flies for, and that is liberty and justice for all. This is one of those moments. Today, around the country, we the people stand together in protest, proclaiming our fidelity to love over hate, progress over regress, and inclusion over exclusion. Because the nation we love is in crisis. But we know it's not only a political crisis, it is a moral crisis. It is a soul crisis that is rooted in a cynical politics of division that pits vulnerable populations against each other. But spiritual resistance, which is the marriage of radical empathy and moral action, spiritual resistance reawakens us to our shared humanity, one nation, indivisible. Our children will one day ask us, where were you when our country was thrust into a lion's den of demagoguery and division? And we will say, I stood with love. I stood with hope. I stood with sisters and brothers of all religions and all races and all genders and sexualities to insist that we will emerge from the darkness and bask in the brilliance of an America that honors the infinite worth of all of God's children. I ask you now to take the hand of someone to your right and take the hand of someone to your left. Raise your hands high. We are the vast and varied manifestations of hope and love and spiritual defiance that will hold our nation to its greatest aspirations. We are the agents of change. Together we stand against the moral bankruptcy that threatens our democracy. Together we reclaim truth and lift our voices for justice and mercy. Together we become the midwives of a new America. Shabbat Shalom. May this holy day bring peace to all of us and peace to our beloved country.
Thank you. I have one quick announcement before an amazing guest. There is a 12-year-old little girl who has been separated from her parents. She is in that white tent. Her name is Claire. She has red hair and Converse shoes. She's in that tent to my right. Claire, 12 years old. She's safe and fine, but go to that tent. Thank you. And it is my honor to introduce the amazing, the incredible Maxwell!
I can't hear myself yet. Okay. It's good to be here to celebrate this incredible experience. This is an incredible occasion that represents not only women, but all mankind, all people. Thank you for having me here to sing a very special song written by an incredible woman, Kate Bush. The song is called This Woman's Work, because this is this woman's work. Ooh. should have done that we never did. All the things I should have given, but I didn't. Oh, darling, make it go. Make it go away. This is dedicated to the memory of Sandra Bland. To all the women out there who have come before us. To Gloria Steinem. To Angela Davis. To the future mothers of America and all around the world. All the world. Hey. Give me these This is a man who stands for all women right here. How y'all feeling out there? Do you feel empowered? Do you feel like everyone loves and is here to protect? Just make it stop and make it be more. Just make it love the way the love goes. I just wanna be the only thing that makes you wanna find your way and find your way. Just make it go. We gotta fight and stand up and stay for all the women and all the mothers and all the daughters, man. Just make it go away. Thank you so much. The Women's March. The march goes on every day, each and every day. Thank you for having me.
Hello everyone, my name is Alica Keys, and I am undocumented and unafraid. I want to tell you about November 8th of 2016, a day of horror for millions and millions of families across the country who are undocumented. That day I get a call from the most precious person in my life, my mother. And she tells me, Erica, what's going to happen? Yo.
All right. I was at the inauguration yesterday, I know most people weren't at the inauguration yesterday, but I went, and I know we didn't go because we didn't want to make it normal what was going on. But let me tell you, I was standing there and there was a lot of craziness going on. And one of my students looked at me and said, "Is this normal?" And I wasn't sure how to answer. Should I say, no, this isn't normal because we're Americans and we move freely and joyfully. This isn't normal because even if we lose, we know that our freedoms are instantiated in the very soil and the documents. This isn't normal because we know that we can go back and we can fight and we can be certain that the winners don't take all. Or should I say, yes, this is normal? Because we're Japanese Americans and we were ripped from our homes and our property was stolen and we were labeled enemies of the state even as our sons fought and died in war and we shivered in horse stalls at the racetrack as we waited to be shipped to American concentration camps. And yes, this is normal because we are Black Americans and our tax dollars built glittering edifices we can't enter and solid prisons we cannot exit, and we pay the salaries of those who slaughter us. And we have never moved freely across this free land. And we came shackled in the hulls of ships, and we were pushed into Jim Crow's crowded ghettos, and we're even now pinned in the penitentiaries of prophets. And of course this is normal because we're women, and every boy and every man lays claim to our bodies. And the state's compelling interest says what to do with what's inside us. And some supposedly woke fool calls us the community's greatest asset while he uses us up. And fathers and brothers and dates and strangers pin us and trap us and silence us as we struggle. And then they call us liars if we tell. And yes, this is normal because we're children. So we're precious as embryos and irrelevant when we're born. And no one even asks us what we want before imposing change on us because we're assumed to not have a preference or deserve a voice. And yes, this is normal because we're undocumented and separated and walled and removed and voiceless and betrayed by friends and foes alike. And yes, this is normal because we're sick and our turbans of faith are misidentified and we're killed without comment. And yes, this is normal because we're Muslim. So we're called enemy and deemed foreign and tested and registered. And yes, this is normal because we're queer. And our very being is deemed unnatural, and our love unworthy, and our families laughable. And yes, this is normal because we're disabled. So we're shut out of homes and work and classrooms and sidewalks. So it wasn't the inauguration that made it normal or not. We're going to decide today whether or not this is the normal.
Again, I want to say that the little 12-year-old girl, Claire, who was lost from her mother is right here, downstairs, right, downstage, right? Her mom has a pink hat on. The little girl has red hair. A lot of us have a pink hat on, but there's a little girl that's lost. She's looking for her mother. She has red hair. She has Converse on. Her shirt is,
she got blue shorts on. Please bring her to the stage. Her name is Claire, 12 years old. Bring Claire to the stage.
Hi, I'm Amy Schumer. I'm so grateful and proud to be here with you guys today, and I'm so proud of all of you. We showed up, and we need to stay organized. It is my great honor to bring to the stage my friend, ladies and ladies, introducing Madonna.
Thank you, Amy. I'm just gonna head on over here. Should I stay here? Go over there. Over here. Okay. Hello. I you still awake out there? Are you sure about that? Can you hear me? Are you ready to shake up the world? Welcome to the revolution of love, to the rebellion, to our refusal as women to accept this new age of tyranny, where not just women are in danger, but all marginalized people, where being uniquely different right now might truly be considered a crime. It took this horrific moment of darkness to wake us the fuck up. It seems as though we had all slipped into a false sense of comfort, that justice would prevail and that good would win in the end. Well, good did not win this election, but good will win in the end. So what today means is that we are far from the end. Today marks the beginning of our story. The revolution starts here. The fight for the right to be free, to be who we are, to be equal. Let's march together through this darkness, and with each step, know that we are not afraid. That we are not alone. That we will not back down. That there is power in our unity, and that no opposing force stands a chance in the face of true solidarity. And to our detractors that insist that this march will never add up to anything, fuck you. Fuck you. It is the beginning of much needed change. Change that will require sacrifice, people. Change that will require many of us to make different choices in our lives. But this is the hallmark of revolution. So, my question to you today is, are you ready? I said, are you ready? Say, yes, we're ready. Say, yes, we're ready. One more time, you're ready. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I am outraged. Yes, I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House. But I know that this won't change anything. We cannot fall into despair. As the poet W.H. Auden once wrote on the eve of World War II, we must love one another or die. I choose love. Are you with me? Yes. Say this with me. We choose love. We choose love. We choose love.
We choose love. All right, so this leads me very beautifully into this song that I hope some of you know. Are you ready? Yeah? Please feel free to sing along. It'll keep you warm. It'll make me happy. Come on, girls. Do you believe in love? Because I got something to say about it. And it goes a little something like this. Don't go for second best, baby. Put your love to the test. You know you got to make him express how he feels. And baby, then you know your love is real. You don't need diamond rings or 18 karat gold.